My name is Jerome Gratney. I'm a new media instructional specialist, and I work with many students on digital storytelling projects. Digital storytelling combines the tradition of storytelling with new media technologies. What we're going to look at today in this lesson is how to use iMovie for digital storytelling. There are many types of software packages that you can use for video editing. On the Apple computer, iMovie comes loaded with it, much the way that Windows Movie Maker comes loaded with Windows. So let's take a look quickly at an overview of the iMovie interface. First, what we're going to do is we're going to look at how the interface is laid out. We notice in this area we have our clips viewer, where we can either view clips that we are editing, or we can actually view the timeline. To the right here we have our clips pane. If we were to import video from a video camera, these are where the clips would populate. Over here in the next area of our interface we have the timeline. The timeline can be looked at in two ways, either the clips viewer or actually in the timeline viewer. If we use the timeline viewer, we actually are able to see our audio clip as well as our video clip. Next to our clips button, we have a themes button. Under the themes, this allows us to utilize some pre-made themes that iMovie provides for us. Very interesting and exciting, quick and easy tools that make your video look professional. As we see there, we can drag and drop pictures in there. It's a very effective type of thing, especially for titling. But you got to be aware as to not overuse these type of tools or tricks that might take away from your video digital story. Under our media button, we're able to see our audio and photos. From our audio, we can see our library. iMovie does provide us with quite a few pre-made audio files. As we see here, we can play. We'll get different types of sounds. What we can do there is drag these into our timeline. We drag and drop those into our timeline and they populate for us. We can then move those around as we want. We can move up or down, or we can actually even adjust the audio. Very neat here. We can put several of these markers and adjust the audio just as we want. We also, in this same under media pane, have the photos. So we can go to our library and we can choose a picture and bring that down. We can also add some interesting effects to it. The Ken Burns effect, we can add our timing of the photo and so forth. So if we put that down into the timeline, it populates there. We go back to our clips viewer. You'll notice now we are only able to see the clip itself and not our audio timeline. We're now going to look at editing. Under editing, we have four choices. We have the titles, which we can click on one of these and we'll see that we can create some interesting titles. It gives us many options. We can change the font, the size, the color, and so forth like that also, as well as some of our effects when we bring it in. We also might want to add transitions to our project with many different types of transitions that are available through iMovie. We can also add effects to our video. We can add earthquake, and some of these are very interesting, but some of them may actually take away from your story. So be careful as to how you use effects and transitions. We also have audio effects where we can affect our audio. Under chapters, what this button is for is that to be used along with iDVD. So for example, if we were going to make this into a DVD, we would use chapters and we would put chapter points. So when we went to iDVD, we could program those in. We also have drop-down menus at the top here. We have under the iMovie, we can set preferences. We can also set make new projects, save project, which I always tell people, make sure you save and save often. Well, this is where we can also import files, export, and so forth. Under edit, we can copy, paste. We can also undo, which is very important. We can undo unlimited steps until our last save. Under share, this is where we share the project. So if we hit share, we can output our project in several different file types. We can put it back to the camera, we can put it to QuickTime, to CD-ROM, full quality, or several other options there. Email, Bluetooth, iDVD for iPod, or we can make it for the web. We can also send it to GarageBand, where we can further edit the sound options. This is a quick and basic overview of iMovie. iMovie is a very powerful software package that is free to all Apple users. It is only available on the Apple, but it makes video editing very simple and very easy, especially for the novice beginner, which when you're making your digital story, you don't want to be focused on learning new technology that may take months and possibly even years to master. iMovie is a very good option. Join us next time as we go over some of the particular elements within iMovie and how to edit your video.